Ladies and gentlemen, it's Tito Clock. So please welcome your host, James Deacon.
Hello, everybody. What's going on? What's going down? What's the buzz over there where you are in your part of the world? It's a Friday afternoon. It's Tito James here with the whole team, XYZ, and even a little furry one that we haven't quite given a letter to. Just call him a rocket for now. So wherever you are, a big hello to you. I hope it's cool. I hope everything's going well for you. Because, well, why wouldn't it? Let's start off by saying hi to the Tita Clockers because I think I kind of missed that the last time and felt a little bit bad about that. Mayan's out there. Hi, Mayan. So good to see you. Sydney Concepcion, Pasia, Jep Dai. Is it D? Quincy David, Jep D, Pamela Valmores, and Mark Del Mundo. Okay, that's just a snapshot of a few people who are tuned in right now. But I want to see who else is tuned in throughout the show. We'll say hello to you, and we'll make sure that we give you a good greeting as soon as that comes up. I just want to make sure that I get this working along pretty well. Today's a pretty big show, as it always is on Friday. We always try to make it pretty big because we've got it all jam-packed and put into 1 hour of just, fun, excitement, and of course, prizes. You see this over here behind me, right? These are the prizes for today. Yeah, it's blurred for a reason. It's blurry for a reason because it's like we want the suspense to build up. But basically, okay, fine. I'll show you. One of our Tita Clockers made this for our other Tita Clockers. How cool is that? A wood. Is that wood? Yeah, it's wood around it. And of course, it's a bamboo. And then, of course, you got your insulated and then your tea and stuff like that there. That's going out to somebody. And so is this. So there you go. 2 awesome prizes to give away. Later on in the show, we'll do that towards the end, as we always do it. Meanwhile, I can't seem to get my backing music onto my thing. But what's new, right? Let's see if we can get Chris out there. Maybe that will work for a change on my end, and I'll be able to at least get the latest in headlines. So, Chris, if you're out there, what you got for us?
Hello, Tita James. Happy Friday, everybody. All right, I hope you're all ready for today's news, and here they are. The Philippines has the highest number of COVID-19 cases in Southeast Asia, overtaking Indonesia's 291,182 confirmed infections. The country entered the list of 20 countries with the highest number of coronavirus infections worldwide, despite implementing one of the longest and strictest lockdowns. The Department of Health reported 2,415 new cases on Thursday, bringing the total number of infections in the Philippines to 314,079. The country overtook Pakistan's caseload of 312,806. According to Johns Hopkins University Coronavirus Resource Center and the Worldometer's site, DOH said there seemed to be a downtrend in the number of additional infections. The agency, however, advised the public to continue practicing minimum health standards. Outbreak epicenter Metro Manila continues to be the top source of new infections. Researchers projected the total cases in the Philippines would reach 380,000 to 410,000 by the end of October. Globally, the new coronavirus has infected more than 34.1 million individuals with more than 1 million deaths. House Deputy Majority Leader Bernadette Herrera appealed to the country's biggest banks to suspend reimposing fees for online fund transfers at least until December 31 this year. Bagong Henerasyon Representative Herrera said it is only proper for banks to continue providing relief to these distressed clients by extending their waiver of fees for online fund transfer, especially as the country continues to grapple with the coronavirus pandemic. The Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas earlier urged all entities under its regulation to waive such fees to encourage the public to use online banking to slow down the coronavirus spread. However, several banks have started reimposing interbank fund transfer fees starting Thursday. According to Herrera, Land Bank of the Philippines, Development Bank of the Philippines, and other banks have agreed to suspend fund transfer fees until December 31. Herrera slammed the decision of GCash and PayMaya to charge their customers for the use of PesoNet and InstaPay e-payments mechanisms starting October 31. Metro Manila buses started collecting fares via stored value cards on Thursday, October 1st. The Department of Transportation ordered the concessionaire of Beep cards not to charge commuters for the smart cards to be used in the system that used to be limited to trains in the metropolis. DOTR Secretary Arthur Tugade said that workers who have just returned to work should be spared from the burden to pay the price of the Beep card on top of their fares. Passengers complained about the 30 to 50 peso cost of the card that had to be loaded with cash. The use of fare cards on public utility buses that fly the EDSA busway route facilitates the transition to cashless fare payments and as part of measures to contain the spread of COVID-19. Beep cards can be used for rides in the LRT1, LRT2, MRT3 train lines, some point-to-point buses, and modern PUVs. The Philippine government will be giving nutritional aid for babies, toddlers, and pregnant women who are at risk of malnutrition. Presidential spokesman Harry Roque said this was the decision of the government's Interagency Task Force on Emerging Infectious Diseases. The IATF approved during their meeting a resolution providing for a dietary supplementation program for all kids from 6 to 23 months. The aid will be in the form of either cash or food packs for all children, regardless of their family's income. The decision came up after a social weather station survey found that 7.6 million Filipino households experienced involuntary hunger in the last 3 months. This is the highest hunger incident in the country since 2014. President Donald Trump said on Thursday that he likes his debates with Joe Biden just the way they were and opposes potential changes to try and prevent repetition of the chaos that marred their first presidential debate. The U.S. organizers announced Wednesday that additional structure is needed to ensure a more orderly discussion. The debate that occurred in Cleveland the other day saw Trump and Biden repeatedly interrupting and insulting each other. Republicans, Democrats, and moderator Chris Wallace of Fox News have been nearly unanimous in agreeing that the 19-minute encounter was an ugly and out-of-control occasion. Trump says, not so fast, and has declared himself the winner several times, citing unidentified polls. Surveys conducted by U.S. media organizations have suggested the opposite, giving Biden the upper hand. The second presidential debate is scheduled for October 15 in Miami and the third for October 22 in Nashville. Lorita, the mother of YouTube blogger Lloyd Cadena, broke her silence for the first time after her son's untimely death. Also known as Mother Queen, Lorita said in her YouTube blog that it may be hard, but just accepted that Lloyd was only borrowed. It was on September 4th when news broke that Lloyd suddenly passed away at the age of 26. Lloyd contracted the coronavirus disease and suffered a heart attack in his sleep. Lorita said it took her so long to speak up about her son's death because it took her some time to gather her courage to do so. She addressed Lloyd's fans who were worried about her family, that they were tested negative for COVID-19. Like Lloyd, Lorita also has her own YouTube channel entitled Mother Queen Vlogs with 1.4 million subscribers as of this writing. And that's all the headlines for today. It's time to take a look at the inbox, Tita James.
My sort of almost favorite part, sort of almost, because sometimes it backfires on me, but show me what you got. And let's see
Okay, first up is the MMDA vehicles that are not LTO registered, according to Commission on Audit. They find that 75% of them are not LTO registered.
This is the problem with the press. This is the problem with the press. I'm telling you, they should be saying 25% are registered, but instead they focus on the 75. You see what I'm talking about?
That is true. But how does that work, though?
Can you smell the sarcasm?
Yes, I do. And I
You
love
like
it.
Hashtag I use red plates matter. I think there should be a movement.
There should be. I
Red
agree.
matter.
100%. All right.
Next.
Next up. Yes, the road work ahead. Please apologize according to the sign.
Ayun, nadamay pa rin kami. I mean, pati yun. But
Tayo
Filipino,
mag-a-adjust.
yeah, kami na lang. But Filipino signages and stuff, I think will be the secret to our survival. I don't think anthropologists have put enough value on the Filipino sense of humor. Yeah, that will be our saving grace. Filipinos.
That is true.
What else? Shout out to Eric T. Monte who posted that and it was sent to us.
Hello, Eric. All right. Up
Next,
next, let's have the no U-turn slot along EDSA.
no U-turn slot. Oh, where? Yeah, show me the picture because a lot of people are grieving about this, right?
Yeah,
A lot
I
of-
haven't been out and about lately, so I'm not sure about the situation on EDSA, but I do get updates from you and the news,
Well,
so I'm not
the
sure what's happening.
situation there, Chris, is that they've closed the U-turns. Now, obviously, there's going to be a lot of benefit to that, but to only some people, right? So the buses, and it's going to impact the motorists who were taking U-turns before. So it's a tricky situation. I don't want to just hate. That's not my style. I don't want to just pour on the hate. But there is a situation right now where this sudden change has created dramas for the people who got used to turns, and that's why they're bitching about it. But let's just let's just think positive. What they're trying to do, at least this is the effect that they're trying to create, is create the buses to have a clear lane. And if you have U-turn slots, that obviously creates a point of conflict, and you don't want that in the bus thing. But these are what makes transportation very tricky. There's no real, you have to look at the impact that everything that you do has on everything else. Everything that you do has a massive impact on everything else. Then there's a ripple effect. So
That
that's
is true.
yeah. I'm still buzzing from Trump saying he won that with his unverified poll.
Yes. Even with the
he could have.
Well,
You don't
again,
know.
sorry.
You don't know the metric that they were using to measure success, right? If they were using interrupting as a metric, then he definitely won that one. I mean, if
That
they were
is
using
true.
like childish outbursts, then he definitely won that. But that was just, as many people said, excuse the word, but they were saying it on TV, shit show. That was the actual term that a lot of
Yes.
officials were using. This is not like vloggers and stuff. This is actual other heads of countries and states were saying, what a shit show. Anyway, shouldn't really laugh. Nothing serious, nothing funny about that. But then again, if you can't, what else? What else you got there?
All right. Next up is the buy bust operation in Zamboanga.
Oh, this one made me laugh. Made a lot of people.
Yes, because of the other photo.
Oh my God, the other photo. We better. Okay, first let's set it up. You can see. I don't know if you're selling. How many millions and billions did they say they caught with? Hundreds of millions. I'm
yeah,
not a drug
I
dealer.
forget.
I don't
I
know.
forget
But
the
go-
number.
How many? X.
2.1 million from
Okay.
4 suspects.
I'm not telling you how to run your business. I'm not a drug dealer, so please just take this with a grain of salt or cocaine or whatever else powdery substance you want. Go back to the photo X, because my point is, if you're selling 2-point-something million worth of drugs, are you using a manual scale you got there at CDR King or Japan Home Center? No hate. I love Japan Home Center. Huh? Big shout out to them. But I'm just saying, come on. You're selling 2.1 million and you're using that kind of scale. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. But that was not the reason this went viral. The reason this went viral was because that they were saying it was a cocaine
This
addiction.
one.
I think it's a crack addiction here. This guy's sniffing crack here. But you know what? I'm looking at this and
How
I'm
did
wondering.
that end up there? How did that
Well,
guy end up?
I've got a
like
theory.
that?
I'm pretty sure that wasn't an accident. I'm pretty sure cops were like, dito ka lang muna, but they knew very well what they were doing, because that's anyway, it's cruel but funny. And if it
Yeah.
wasn't because they were, well, suspected drug dealers, then I think I'd feel sorry for them. But, nah, no sympathy for drug dealers. Anyway,
That's
you
true.
got anything else for us?
Yes, last up is the flying paramedic in London.
Ay, maganda
There
to.
we go.
They're
Oh, no,
marketing it.
25 minutes.
And I think
Yeah.
that's, but I think there's a bigger market on EDSA. What do you think?
That is true. Imagine going through EDSA or even Aurora.
Yes and no, because part of me says the freedom of going through EDSA with one of these or Aurora, right?
Yes.
But then
Yes.
the other side of my brain is going, you're not the only person to be thinking of that, Tita James. So try and picture 5 million of them going on EDSA and the traffic being up there. That's what you have to that's the realistic option that's going to happen here. We're going to have chaos up there. We're going to have
That's
angkas up
true.
there.
I know. And how will they carry the patient, if ever,
No,
from
these
one place to another?
I don't know about this particular technology, but I'm imagining it that this would only be as a responder, and you're there to stabilize. You're there for do first aid. You're not there to necessarily transport. So
All right.
you get there, you secure the patient, stabilize them, provide all the necessary care, and then prepare them for transport. The same way that like Lifeline here have the motorcycles and they have the little cars. They use like a little Mitsubishi Mirage or a Chevrolet Spark or something tiny, and they call them the first responder units. They can't transport. The crucial part about an emergency is that little golden hour that they talk about
Yes.
between the care. Somebody to be able to at least administer CPR, stabilize
Mhm.
you, and prepare you for transport. That takes 30 minutes or so anyway. So you can get there in
Yeah.
advance, 30 minutes before the ambulance. You
That
win.
is true.
And
Yeah.
then, like Kenneth points out very well here, scary if they're kamote flyers. You imagine that. You got kamote everywhere, and they're
I
going to be
hope not. I hope there won't be any kamote flyers.
You are an optimist, Chris. That's why we love you. You're
Yeah,
still
I
young and naive, and that's why stay there. Don't get
I
jaded
hope
like
I
the
stay this way.
yeah. You stay there.
I'm trying.
Yeah, don't get jaded by the kamotes. All right.
I
got
will
anything?
do my best. I think
That's
that's all we have for now, Tita James. So I hope you all have a good weekend, everybody.
We will, and you too. Thanks for that.
Yes.
And Friday.
See you next week. Bye, everyone.
And that was Chris with the latest in headlines. As you can see, we're mixing things up a bit here over at Tita Clock. We're trying to add a little bit of variety and, of course, introduce new personalities and stuff like that, and just have a little bit of fun with this whole thing. So, hope you enjoyed the latest in headlines. And, of course, we'll get stuff in our inbox, most of which we post as well. But it's nice to just sort of have a bit of an interaction with it. And another thing that people really particularly look forward to on a Friday is the very now famous Free Plug Friday. But for that, we will need to cross over to XX. Where are you? What you got for us in the box there?
Hi, Tita James. We actually have a ton of items and surprises in store for all the Tita Clockers. But before we get on with it, I'd like to welcome everyone to another edition of another Free Plug Friday. All right, guys, feast your eyes on the screen. First up, we have Copify Paranaque, because it's always the best way to start the day with coffee.
I can't remember starting a Free Plug Friday without coffee for like, what, a month?
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's actually correct, Tita James. All right, guys, actually, Copify is a guilt-free coffee that is made of 20 ingredients, Tita James.
20?
20.
Akala ko 3-in-1 or 5-in-1 was already the limit.
No, this one is 20 in 1. That has ingredients such as moringa, turmeric, mangosteen, Garcinia Cambogia, and I'm sure you've heard this before, L-carnitine.
Yeah, that's like famous outlaw in Narcos, right? El Carnitine. Oh, no,
No.
I'm thinking of something else. Sorry, no.
No, but it actually helps to promote weight loss. So that's a good thing. It's like you're sipping your coffee, you're losing weight at the same time, but not in a drastic way. Hope you guys can check them out. Price at 399 pesos per box of 10 pieces. Copify Paranaque on Facebook and Instagram. Next up, we have Fluffy Dough PH. Fluffy Dough is actually made by Will John, who is a former OFW who decided to pivot into becoming a home-based baker and now offers Pinoy-style brioche called Ensaima Dax.
Ensaima Dax. What's that?
Dax is actually a term that means big.
Oh, no wonder. I thought it was a pizza.
Yeah, it's kind of big. It's actually 8 inches.
That's pizza size.
I
Huh?
know.
In the 80s, that would have been the size of a small car's tire.
Yes. They offer variants such as the classic cheesy and the special Ensaima Dax that is smothered with rich buttercream topped with grated cheddar cheese, organic salted egg, and pure ube halaya filling.
Oh.
Hope you can check them out. Fluffy Dough PH. All right, next we have Orels by Pempeo. So for people who like snacking while they're watching their favorite Netflix series,
Guilty, Your Honor.
me too, or YouTube, any streaming platforms or other apps, browsing through Facebook, we have a great companion for you guys. So Orels by Pempeo offers different types of chips, Tito James.
But not just regular chips, healthier types of chips.
Yeah, I think I saw you snacking on the banana chips.
A little more than one of them.
Yes. So they have that. They have banana chips that comes in the glazed chocolate, cinnamon, taro, potato, cassava, and Tito James, your all-time favorite term when you see some
Kamote!
sweet potato.
But the nice kamote, not the ones on the roads, right?
Yes. Guys, price starts at 210 pesos per jar and can go lower if you buy at least 12 for 24 pieces. But who knows, we all need them.
On a personal note, I just want to slip in the fact that I like how they shave them. So I'm really used to banana chips. This one's it's a bit thinner. So it's nice and crispy and it's really nice.
It's like paper thin.
Paper, yeah.
Paper thin. All right, guys. Hope you can check them out. Orels by Pempeo on Facebook and Instagram. Next, we go to Barry's Egg Pie. This is the homemade egg pie based on a traditional family recipe that is smooth, creamy, and tasty.
Oh, this is the one I tried before.
Yes, Tito James.
Oh, yeah. The memory.
The
Must be
memory.
the L-carnitine.
They actually sent it pre-lockdown.
Oh, yes. Now I remember.
Yeah. All right, guys. Barry's Egg Pie is a homemade egg pie based on traditional family recipe that is creamy, smooth, and tasty. Hope you can check them out at Barry's Egg Pie. Next, we have, I don't know how to pronounce this, Tito James. Goze? How do you say it?
I would just goes with the goes.
Right. Goes Gourmet offers chili garlic paste in a bottle. It's great with dishes like samgyeopsal, chicken, and other dishes.
Anything really. What doesn't go with like garlic, right?
You're right, Tito James.
Absolute. Chili garlic paste goes with everything except ice cream.
Yeah. So guys, hope you can check them
And
out.
Ensaima Dax.
And say Madax pwede, Tito James. All right, hope you can check them out. Goes Gourmet on Facebook and Instagram. Next, we go to Grand Alley. Grand Alley actually offers lifestyle accessories, and that they started with leather goods such as watch straps, pouches, watch rolls, bags, and because of the pandemic, they've now pivoted into something else. So what is sent over are these cute alcohol sanitizer spray holders that you can put in your bag, to put in your jeans, shorts.
I think I like it because it has a little clip too.
Yes.
So not just does it make the bottle look a little bit more personal, a little classier, you can clip it onto your belt, your dog.
Huh? What?
I think, Rocket to walk around with one on his chain.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. No wonder I saw him walking around with something that looked like that. All right, guys. Hope you can check them out. Grand Alley Accessories on Facebook and Instagram. All right. Last but not the least, we have enhanced nails and lashes. Can you believe Tito James said a business actually opened up during the pandemic?
No, not that kind of business. I'm surprised. That's pretty bold. But
They
yeah.
did. They opened last July 2020, and they just started and they're now offering services like lash extensions, nail treatments, and guys, they want to share the love. They want to spread the love.
They want to lash out, baby.
All right, Tito James, how about you break the news to them?
All right. Well, now they're giving away 4 titos or titas, just to be completely fair, nail services, foot spa, and foot reflex. This is like now? Like
Yes,
free?
Tito James.
Like a
today.
raffle?
We're raffling
Oh,
off.
this is awesome.
We're raffling it off today after the show.
I'm assuming
End of the
everything's
program.
all like, COVID friendly and all that.
Oh yes.
Or unfriendly, depending which way you look at it, right? But they're PPE'd up and all that kind of stuff.
Oh yes. Tito
All right,
James.
then
Don't
I'm in.
worry.
I haven't
Yeah,
had a
yeah,
foot massage in years. No, not
yeah.
years.
Tito James, I think they're offering it for the Tito and Tita flockers.
Oh,
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 yeah.
oh.
That's
This
kind
is
of
awkward.
awkward. All right, guys, don't worry. They made sure their staff are sanitized and have been following health and safety protocols. All right, guys, good luck with the draw today. And that's all we have for today. This is X. Peace out. Happy weekend. Woo!
Thanks, X. Really appreciate that. Okay, that's Free Plug Friday for you. And yeah, that was really awkward with the massage thing. But anyway, you guys are going to win it. And that's really, really cool. So I can't wait to get my own foot spa and massage and all that. How nice would that be? I mean, I know it's kind of scary with all this, pandemic. But, now that you're allowed to open, as long as they do it responsibly, it should be fine. I mean, I've had my hair cut already in quarantine. But massages, yeah, that's the next step. Okay, so that is Free Plug Friday. Stick around for the raffle. Like I said, we'll be raffling off 5, right? Or 4? 4. 4 of those, plus, of course, these 2 behind me. And so it'll be 5 winners in total. For now, though, ladies and gentlemen, we don't have a lot of time, so we're going to skip straight into our guest today because he's got some important announcements for us. But he's always a pleasure to have on the show. We never get tired of hearing from him. So, ladies and gentlemen, would you please join me in welcoming the one and only, our good friend, Alex Calleja.
Yes. Hello.
Yes, we made it.
Yeah, thank you. I'm sorry last week because something happened. Long story, pero good evening, James. Tito James, good evening. Nako, you know what? Yung development ng show mo, with all the may mga may mga news reporters, tapos may mga products ka na, ha?
Segment, diba?
Oh, pero
I'm
be careful.
you. I'm learning.
Be careful dito, James, sa mga pag-promote ng mga products kasi may mga products na nabili ako na biktima ako, ha. Because some of the products online, be careful, guys, ha. Nakakita ako ng isang doon kasi kailangan ko sa show, bumili ako ng spotlight. Sabi ko, 200 pesos lang, 200 pesos spotlight. And may offer sila na parang promo na buy 3, 500 pesos lang, spotlight.
Wow.
So sabi ko, nakamura ako. And this is my spotlight, by the way. So please be careful. Be careful, guys. So this is my spotlight. It's monte ko na ma-misplace. Bumili ako 3 para sila mga mouse.
Pero 200 lang.
200 lang. Hindi ko alam. Ang laki sa picture eh. Ang laki sa picture.
Well, if you're... Yeah. I'm sorry. That's just... You didn't even get to the punchline, tawa na kami. Somehow I just knew it. I just knew that.
Tito James, may nagsabi sa akin, plantito na ako. Sabi ko, no, I'm not plant. Ito. These are, sabi ng wife ko, bili mo naman ako ng plants kasi I wanna be plantita. Sabi ko, ano bang gusto mong plant? Sabi niya, gusto ko yung hindi masyadong inaalagaan, hindi masyadong wino-water, hindi masyado, basta hindi siya namamatay. Binili ko siya ng artificial. Plastic. You buy it and let it go. Ayan. Alam mo, Tito James, totoo talaga, promise.
Hey, that's a step above mine.
Sorry.
That's a step above mine kasi mine, I can't even take care of artificial. Sa akin, picture lang, Alex. Yan lang.
Pero I just realized na tayong mga tao, we human beings, we're really bad, man. We're really, really bad. Kasi bakit? Nauso yung indoor plants because of our yung natin, yung ugali natin na nandadamay tayo. Alam mo ba't nagsimula yung indoor plants? May 2 nag-uusap na tao. They're talking. Nakatingin sila sa labas. Sabi nila, 6 months na tayo naka-quarantine. Ano bang gusto mong gawin? Sabi ng isa, nakikita mo yung mga plants? Ipasok natin sa loob yan. Nandamay lang sila. Kaya nung sabi ng asawa ko na, uy, tinan mo yung dahon ng indoor plants natin, gumagapang papalabas. So, sabi ko, gumagapang yan dahil tumatakas na yan. Dahil kailangan niya ng sunlight. Sunlight yan. Sa mga taong nagpauso ng indoor plants, bago maawa kayo sa mga plants. Biruin nyo, may nagbibentang artista, hindi ko na sasabihin yung pangalan, 25,000 pagtingin ko, dahon ng gabi. Dahon ng gabi lang yan. Yung mga ginagawa nila ng mga dahon ng gabi, ang dami-dami sa paligid namin, binibenta nyo ng 2,500, 3,000. Dahon ng gabi lang yan. Yan. But, those are, and Tito James, hindi ko na sasabihin yung brand, I know you're familiar with this. naniniwala ka ba dun sa mga faith healing? Faith healing, yung mga sa baryo, yung mga albularyo? Are you aware? Are you familiar with that?
I'm a little skeptical, you know.
Yes.
I have
But
an
you know,
antique.
Yes, they're back. They're back. Why? Kasi
Why?
sa albularyo, ganito sila magamot. Pag may problema ka sa katawan, bibigyan ka niya ng papel. Maglalagay sila ng parang mga orasyon or prayers. Tapos sasabihin sa'yo, sabihin mo lang yan tuwing 6 p.m., gagaling ka. I thought it was, akala ko tapos na yan, pero there's a high-tech version of faith healing.
May app?
Alam mo, oh yes. Familiar ka ba sa mga ba sa mga ionizer na to? The air ionizer. When you buy this, I will not say the brand ha. Marami naman sila ionizer. When you buy this, sabi ko, how much is that? 2,500. Anong ginagawa niyan? When you wear it, it will produce 50 million negative ions. As we speak, Tito James, as we speak, the negative ions are fighting around me right now. They're fighting the germs. Is that, di ba parang faith healing yun? You're just believing that there's negative ions here, 50 million. Hindi ko alam ba't negative ang ginamit nila. Malamang yung negative kasi bitter yon, but di nila ginamit yung positive. Anyway, Tito James, I'm here. I know you're running out of time, kaya mabilis ako magsalita. Thank you for giving me the time.
Always have time for you, but I'm also equally baffled, Alex, because I've always wondered the same thing. How did they measure? The 50 million ions or anions? I mean, like,
Yes.
seriously, I'm interested in the process, and I'm also interested in the process of the 99.9%. If you got the 99.9% of the germ, why? Yeah, you know where I'm going with it, no?
Have you noticed? Negative ions, the 50 million, it's like the pill health. It's there, but we don't know where it is. it's like the 50 billion. It's like the 15 billion. It's there, but you don't know where it is. No, the 99.9, have you noticed? There's no commercial right now of any brand because they're ashamed. Because 99.9, and they did not include the COVID-19.
It's the point one. It's the point one that the only one we really want to avoid, and that's
the point one, and they can kill it. And there's another product. I will not mention anyway. I will not mention anymore. The patay ang lahat ng kilalang germs. Are you familiar with that product?
Yeah.
Domex. Patay ang lahat ng kilalang germs. Walang ya. Kilala si COVID, ba't di niya mapatay? Famous. But I'm here. Thank you again, Tito James. It's always a pleasure. Pero na-impress ako sa graphics, sa animation, the support. This is a very high budget show. I'm really amazed.
It's got nothing to do with budget. It's more to do with just like we went down to once a week. When you first joined the show, we were doing it every day, and it was kind of hard. So what we also did was we compressed it into one. So we got newsreader, and we have different segments and stuff like that. So thank you for noticing. We're just trying to pivot. That's the buzzword of 2020. Diba?
We're the same. Before I was every day, and I went 3 times a week, and then once a week. That's the pattern. Yeah. But I'm here, Tito James, because I want to promote. First, guys, I would like the opportunity to take to promote my show, yung Punchline with Alex Calleja. Nasa Spotify siya. I hope I can guest you soon, Tito James. Punchline with Alex Calleja is number 1 ngayon sa trending sa Spotify. So please follow and subscribe. Ang guest ko ngayon is si Gretchen Ho. And so marami pa silang ano. So number 1 ngayon sa trending and 106 papasok na ako ngayon. Punchline with Alex Calleja. Tito James, I beg you sa dalawang ipopromote ko, sana ma-supportan nila because it's my birthday on October 7. And, yes, I'm a Libra. And I have a birthday show. Sana itong show nyo ay makatulong para dun sa birthday ko. Kasi October 24 yan, I have 20 or more comedians plus guest celebrities and singers na pupunta. October 24, online, via Zoom. 500 pesos pa lang hanggang October 16. October 17, 650 na. Pagdating ng actual day, 398 million na yun. So please watch. Watch sana. Tito James, I hope you can help me promote this show. Kasi the proceed of this show will go to me.
You know what? And And for the honesty alone, I think we should support that, diba?
Yes, because I have I have no more ABS-CBN show, you know. So this is the only you know, the earnings will go to me. We all will go to me.
Okay, why don't you explain the format of the show, because it's on Spotify. How is it different to, let's say, your previous webinars, or not webinars, but podcasts?
No, my other show, Punchline with Alex Calya, I have a Spotify show. That's different. Pero this time, yung isang show ko sa October 24, also titled Punchline with Alex Calya, the birthday show, nasa Zoom siya, online. Okay. So you are 300, ang capacity nun is 500 people online. So lahat,
okay.
We're doing it right now. Nangyayari siya, masaya sa Zoom kasi online siya. You buy the ticket sa Ticket to Me. Tapos ito yung punchline ko, ito yung sa Spotify. Tapos yung isang show, yung Punchline with Alex Calya, that's the birthday show. 500 capacity noon, 500 pesos lang. So please, may Kumu show din ako. Nakikita nyo ngayon sa screen, Lakas Tawa with Alex Calya. I'm doing everything right now to earn. Kumu.
We featured coffee kanina on Free Plug Friday at 20 in 1. Talo pa yung kape sa'yo. Talagang talo pa yung kape.
Ano yung 20 in 1? Tito G, ano 20 in 1?
I remember you when you were promoting your, I can write your commercials, I can star, I can direct. Ako yung parang kape 3 in 1. Well, you better up your game now, Alex. 20 in 1. May El Carnitine. Yeah, I know, right? I'm even my mind.
Parang napagod na lang siya. Parang we have 3 in 1, 5 in 1. Hey, may natitira ka ba dyan? Put everything. Uy, copy 5.
Oh, diba? 20 in 1.
20 in 1.
20. Dito, Alex. Gotta get with the time. So,
Palimbawa na hospital ka, tapos siya tanong ng doktor, ano bang nainom mo? Yung coffee 20 in 1. Ano yung mga L-carnitine, and there's something else 19 more.
Alex, before we run out of time, I want to explain to the people. I want them to understand, and myself too, the difference between your, let's say, your show talaga, just the punchline that you are doing for your special, versus how it's different when you do, let's say, your podcast. This is a structured set, no? This is like
yes.
Or are you on a stage? Are you at home still? How do you work this, and what can they expect from this?
Sa Punchline, it's all audio. Yung Punchline with Alex Calya sa Spotify, it's all audio. I'm interviewing celebrities and personalities and asking funny questions. That's why it's Punchline with Alex Calya. And at the end, I ask them a controversial question para ayun yung pinaka-punchline. They need to answer that, or basta tatlo yon. They need to answer that. And then I do some jokes sa dulo. That's why punchline. Doon sa show ko, sa birthday show ko sa October 24, I have 20 comedians with me. I have singers and celebrities. So it's gonna take around 3 to 4 hour show. It's a Saturday. So nakaupo lang kayo sa mga bahay nyo. Kahit isa lang ticket ang bilhin nyo, pwede kayong mag-share kasi kung malaki yung monitor nyo, kung gano'ng kakapal ang mukha nyo, bili kayo isang ticket, mag-share kayong family, pwede yun. Walang problema, ganun talaga O kaya, isa lang ticket bilhin nyo, arkilayin nyo yung Cuneta Astrodome, magpa-ticket kayo, walang nga kayo, kumita pa kayo kaysa sa akin. So, isang ticket, it's up to you kung mag-share kayo, pero ang kagandahan dito, from all over the world can watch kasi yung last previous shows namin, people from America, people from Dubai, Middle East, they can watch because it's online. Yon. Now, bibili kayong ticket sa Ticket to Me, and then we will send you the link kung paano makapasok doon sa Zoom. Parang ganito lang kami ni Tito James, parang ganyan. Ayan, ako, nagsasalita ako, nagpe-perform ako. Yung mga ibang comedians, mga celebrities, ganito rin mag-perform. This is my stage actually. Yeah,
okay, that's going to be a set in your stage. Perfect. It works. It works perfectly for me. Now, when you purchase it, you get the link. So do not buy the link from the resellers, Yung mga Netflix na password.
Buy directly from Ticket to Me.
Buy directly. Support local. Support Alex.
Yes.
The format of it, it's on Zoom. So you're going to be where you're sitting now. I'm not that I'm suggesting it, but I'm just curious to know, do you interact with the audience, or is it really a one-way You dare to interact with the
Yes.
digital audience.
Yes, because ganyan ako pero may mga monitor sa taas. And then pag we encourage the people to open their videos and then pati yung audio. Basta wala kayong background noise. Basta walang background noise. Pag may background noise, minumute namin. Meron kaming nagko-control to mute. Pero we allowed open videos para magsasalita. And then when I see something funny, I interact. Hey, ikaw si Leia, how are you there? With your family, walang yat. 5 kayo dyan, isa lang ang binili nyo Yun yung mga interaction. Kasi lahat sila, ang feeling nila nasa privacy sila ng bahay nila pero hindi nila alam nakikita sila. May nanonood nila sa kama Alam mong ginagawa lang na, alam mo yun, yung foreplay, ginagawa kong foreplay. Serious. Yung alam mong malapit na mag-sex. Nanonood muna pero nasa kama na. Yan.
Yeah.
Magbibigay ako ng free link sa couple of days. Magbibigay ako ng free link, ng free tickets dito sa show ni Tito James because ito talaga ang pinaka-respectable show ngayon sa online, One for the Road. James Deacon. By the way, seryoso to I'm inviting you to be one of my guests sa Punchline with Alex Calya kasi meron na akong title.
Ano 'yun? Anong title ng episode
Doing
ko?
Doing it with a Deacon.
Oh!
Doing the Deacon. Pinag-iisip ako pa. Doing it with the Deacon or doing with Deacon. Basta bahala.
I've heard much worse, but that's actually quite funny because the ones I used to get in high school, deek in, out, deek in, out. Yeah, I've heard it all before. But no, I'll already confirm as early as now. Anytime that I would love to go on the show. I've always been a big fan of comedy in general, but in particular your comedy. We talked about this many times, especially in the earlier podcasts we had. How I appreciate your style of humor is the style of comedy that I think we don't really see a lot of it here. It's different. It's intelligent comedy. It's very relevant to the times and stuff like that. I love it when you get controversial. You never shy away from that. So I'm really looking forward to it. October 24th is 3 days away from my birthday. So that will be my birthday.
We're both October. We're both October.
Yeah.
We're both good looking.
Yeah, but I'm Scorpio. You're Libra. So sorry, we can't be friends.
It's the same. October.
As a friend, I will buy my ticket for your show because that's how I support my friends. But to everyone else watching, PM is the key. Okay, just
Yes. But I'm going to provide tickets for giveaways here. So please,
don't sell my link. Don't. Yeah, that's I'm gonna get my ROI. No, of course not. I wouldn't do that. There's 500. Have you ever done a show already like that? Have you completed one show now? 500 people on the thing.
We did 350.
So you've already gone through this format. Hindi ba magulo?
Ang saya. People can, ang may iba tumatawa. Yung iba nagchat. Sa chat sila naglalabas ng reaction. May chat doon sa gilid yung comments. So makikita mo rin habang nag-perform ako, nakikita ko yung comment kasi yung iba tumatawa sabay-sabay. So okay siya. So okay talaga siya experience. Next to the best, of course, it's live is still the best, but for now, we adjust.
Well, before we go, because we also have a big raffle that we want to get through. I want to ask your personal thoughts and opinion. Did you watch that presidential debate, for lack of a better term? Trump, Biden? Did you see that? Did you catch any of it?
I don't like Trump. I really don't like Trump. The reason why.
That's exactly why.
But he's really not the president for me.
So,
I don't treat him as president really. He's a character. It's just America. Nagkamali sila doon, promise. So sana mapalitan.
You know, the way you're speaking now is very I'm picking up am I getting it right? I'm picking up this. It's a level of exasperation that it's so bad it's not even comedic anymore. Ganun ba?
No, it's not.
Normally you'd be like, as a comedian, somebody like Trump would be the perfect person in theory, to pick on.
He already crossed that line.
That's what I'm.
He's not providing comedy anymore kasi we're not tweaking it anymore.
I think we had this discussion before
Oo.
where he's making it too easy already. Like
Yeah.
as a comedian, wala ka ng you need bala, but when you get the bala and the guy's pulling the trigger for you, you're not of use anymore as a comedian.
And
The guys
no, if it's easy, people will think of pag halimbawa madali yung joke, a lot of comedian nakaisip na nun. And that's wala siyang challenge if it's a very easy comedy. That's the same thing sa Pilipinas. Pagka ganun na yung nangyayari sa atin, marami na nakakaisip ng same comedy and that's no challenge for me. Gusto ko yung ako nakaisip kasi hindi nyo nakita yung ano yun. Pero ngayon, ang dali na makita yung comedy eh. Like yung nagka-COVID-19 si Trump, parang may isip na naman yung sinabi niya na uminom ng disinfectant, 'di ba? Pwede mo na siyang biruin yun. Pero a lot of people will already will use that already.
Interesting, very interesting because it's I find it a fascinating situation when for comedy especially that you can cross that line and Trump's a good example of what you're saying where it becomes too low hanging fruit for a comedian. It's like he's already a punchline in himself, so there's no skill in developing.
Even SNL pumunta na kay Biden and the vice president. Ayun na yung character nila. And si Alex ngayon is hindi na masyadong visible kay Trump kasi Trump is, parang alam mo yun sa Twitter, pag nagbabasa ka ng Twitter, pag nakita mo yung Trump news, ini-skip mo na eh.
It is crazy, but that presidential debate was something else. My God, it was really well. We covered it in the news today. People were calling it a shit show, and I think that was a kind way.
Because of this, I'm going to watch it after.
Watch it. Just even the highlights, you won't believe it. It's not even grade school level debate. I mean, grade school level debate has far more class. But anyway, we have to leave it there, my friend. But I want you to just recap and remind people about Punchline and what you're promoting before you go, Alex.
Yan, ang Punchline with Alex Calya, the birthday show is on October 24. 20 plus comedians, Comedy Manila comedians, our surprise guest celebrities and musical performance. 500 pesos, 8:30 p.m. via Zoom. So safe na safe kayo. One ticket, you can use family kung mayaman kayo. So buy more tickets. Pero 500 pesos until October 16. October 17, magiging mahal na siya. So don't wait for it. Tapos, ang susunod naman is yung Punchline ko with Alex Calya, Spotify. Currently, #1 sa trending podcast sa Pilipinas. And from 200, naging 106 ako. So, it's very fast-moving sa top podcast here in the Philippines. Marami siyang mga, nakausap ko na si Diana Meneses dyan, si Roxanne Barcelo, ngayon si Gretchen Ho, and sila Randy Santiago will be, naging guest ko dyan, and a lot of personalities. Ayun. October 7 is my birthday, so make this October, our birth month ni Tito James, a better month compared to September. Ayun lang naman. Ganun lang muna. One month at a time. Wag muna tayo mag-2021. Let's not put pressure to 2021. Kasi ang hirap ng ginawa ng 2020. It's like the next president after Trump. Let's set our expectation. Nasira ng 2020. Let's 1 month at a time. Okay?
All right. And just remember, Alex, that the actual birthday and the year doesn't count towards your age because at 2020 is a write-off. So you can...
This is a glitch in the matrix.
Legally, you don't have to add it to your age. And it's understandable. It's an unspoken thing. Just say Tito James said it and everyone will understand. Even on official documents. No, don't do that. Thank you, Alex. And I'll be there October 24, and I hope everyone else can join as well. The special and, of course, the podcast on Spotify as well with Alex Calya, Punchline. Thank you very much for being on the show, my friend. We'll talk to you again soon. Happy birthday in advance. The legendary Alex Calya. Always a laugh. Wala pang punchline. We're already laughing. Ganun si Alex. He just started the cuento. Actually, he didn't even start the cuento. His expression pa lang, I was already laughing. Then, of course, he bought his spotlights and whatever. But I hope you can support him and, of course, any other local artists or local businesses. It's really the key to getting back into the economic recovery that we need to desperately get into. And we start small. I like the way you put that. You start small and you just try and create one day at a time. Well, it's the same way when you do it with supporting local businesses. Just support one or two that you can. Just, when you get a choice, we're not telling you to restrict your lifestyle or anything, but when you can make the choice and you can go local and small, go local and small, especially now. It just helps circulate the money in smaller pockets and areas, and then the local economy grows, and then of course the big guys catch up. It'll all even out in the wash soon. X looks pretty stressed. All right, so now that everybody's waiting, we've got a whole bunch of people tuned in. I can't see. Okay, I'm unmuted. Yeah, we have almost 1,000 people waiting, and I think they're waiting for just one thing. Woo! It's raffle time, baby! Woo-hoo-hoo! Yeah! All right! Let's rock it! Let's rock it! He normally comes in at this time. Are the prizes not good enough for you, Rocket? Are they not good enough for you? Ah! There he is. Okay, nice. And finally. We got big prizes, Rocket. What you gotta tell everybody what you got there? There you go, Rocket. Everyone looks forward to seeing Rocket during the raffle, but he's too busy biting. Say hi, Rocket. Okay, we've got the Oppo phone. We've also got the nice Tito clock wood tumbler. Before we do that, we'd like to invite everyone to visit, of course, and like the Liu Gong Facebook page. That's there you go. It's spelled like that. And to get more updates on the grand launch on October 15 at 2 p.m. prizes, and it's brought to you by My Car Events Consultancy. Am I allowed to tell them, X, am I allowed to say that there's going to be some really cool, am I? Can I? Because, it's, all right, maybe I shouldn't say this, but yeah, big prizes, like really big. It's like huge, huge, huge cash prizes, like mega, like in the hundreds of thousands. You didn't hear it from me, okay? But just that's what I'm hearing, and I'm hosting it. So yeah, it's going to be like mega in terms of raffle prizes. So just stay tuned for that, because I would love one of the Tita Clockers to win that cash prize. If they're really giving away the amount that I think they're giving away, which is in the hundreds of thousands, I want that to go to a Tita Clocker. So you heard it here first, and don't tell them I told you. Okay, now let's move on, Rocket. What else we got here? We got this to give away, and we got the tumbler to give away. So for that, we need the magic button, and we need the magic paw to press the magic button. You ready, Rocket? Everyone's waiting for you. There you go. Where is it, X? What button does he press? What? Rocket's waiting. He's stressed. Rocket's nervous. Melissa, congratulations. All right. That's for the, okay, these are foot spa, or is that the first one was for the phone?
Plus tumbler.
Next, the first one was the phone. Gracias. Salam. Dijan. Somebody at the door is laughing this one. And that did wrap up our 5 winners today. Thank you, of course, to Bridgestone Philippines, who have been staunch supporters of the show ever since it began. Without them, this would not have been possible. So we thank you and thank them for allowing us to bring the show to you at least every week. Don't forget they have a buy 3, get 1 free. And this is not just something that helps you out as a consumer, because every time you do, the proceeds go to the Hope, how does he say that? Hope Business for Good. Hope Business for Good will get the proceeds of that. So if you need a new set of tires, especially in this rainy season, now is the perfect time to do it. Buy 3, get 1 free. Till then, bye, guys. I'll catch you again next Friday. See you later. Be kind, be safe, and wash those hands.
Fancy meeting you in my internet. Couldn't help but notice your smile, while everybody else around us is surfing about. Can we just stop and chat a while? Get away from these gray and boring, lonesome days of our quarantine. Early yet to say what lies ahead. It's just the first day of the rest of our lives. Love could be waiting at the end of this quarantine. Let's stop and talk